Hey guys, this is Real Talk with Daphne. I just wanted to spend a little bit of time talking about the movie The Wizard of Lies, which I watched sort of spur of the moment last night. It stars Robert De Niro and Michelle Pfeiffer. So Robert De Niro plays Ponzi scheme mastermind Bernie Madoff. Remember him from like the early 2000s. And Michelle Pfeiffer plays his wife, Ruth Madoff. And I believe this was a made for cable TV HBO original movie, but I stumbled upon it as I was flipping through movie options in Amazon Prime last night. I'm still more of a movie watcher than I am a series watcher, and I know that makes me very much in the minority because most people are into the multiple episode series, Netflix and Amazon and Hulu. But I really prefer to just spend a chunk of time, 2 hours, and have a whole story told from start to finish, and then I'm done, and there's no commitment to watch it for 8 hours straight or for 2 weeks straight or anything like that. I still really love that. And with the theaters being closed, I found myself watching more movies at home, of course, and I like to put away my phone and just really focus for the entire 2 hours or so, just like I would if I were at the movie theater. So this movie, I mean, needless to say, starring two of one of the, well, definitely one of the best male actors of our time, Robert De Niro, right? And then Michelle Pfeiffer, in my opinion, as she's gotten older and sort of left that sex symbol thing behind, she's turned out to be a phenomenal actress, I believe. When I think about that this is the same woman who played, the girlfriend to Al Pacino's Tony Montana character back in Scarface in the, what was it, 1980, something like that. It blows my mind. I mean, she's really grown as an actress. So, of course, this is based on a true story. Bernie Madoff was sentenced to prison, I don't know, 2008, 2009, when it came to light that his investment business and trading business was really built on a lie. It was just one big, giant Ponzi scheme. So most of us know the story, or you can read, the story, and there's actually been documentaries made about this as well. But there's something about a fictionalized, dramatized, based on a true story movie that really resonates with me and tends to be the more interesting of all of the avenues in which a true story can be told. And this movie definitely did not disappoint. And, whenever I find myself sympathizing with someone who has been portrayed as a villain in the media, after watching a movie, I feel like the movie, hit its mark. It definitely made its point, and I definitely found myself very, very sympathetic to Bernie Madoff at the end of this movie. Not having known what happened after Bernie Madoff was sent to jail, I didn't, was sent to prison. I didn't follow the story or anything. So this movie was the first that I've heard of what happened, what became of his family, his two sons, things like that after he was sent to prison. And to me, no spoiler alerts here on Real Talk with Daphne, but to me, it was very sad, and I found myself being very empathetic to him. I mean, one of the main draws of this movie is, of course, Robert De Niro as Bernie Madoff, and it always amazes me that no matter how long Robert De Niro has been around and how many different characters he's played, maybe the first 5 minutes of the movie, you're like, oh, cool, this is Robert De Niro, but after, I don't know, after no more than 10 minutes, he embodies the characters that he plays so well that you completely forget that it's Robert De Niro and this is Bernie Madoff, or, this is the lead character in Taxi Driver, or, in The Godfather, or in Raging Bull. Like, whatever character he plays, he completely embodies, completely transforms himself to that character physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and he just becomes that character. So it's definitely it's something really beautiful to watch. He used to be my absolute favorite actor. I think he kind of fell down a couple of notches over the years, but I really can't. I mean, him and Al Pacino were kind of up there together for me. But now I like other actors as well. Daniel Craig, John Hawkes. I have other actors where I'm like, oh, I really like them. But Robert De Niro is definitely one of the greats. He made this movie, him as Bernie Madoff. I can't now imagine any other actor playing Bernie Madoff in a, based on a true story account of what happened. And he really made the movie for me. And Michelle Pfeiffer playing Ruth Madoff sort of stole the show in a few scenes as well. And I thought she came off as very empathetic as well. So very good movie. It's I think it's a little bit over 2 hours, so it's a little bit of a time commitment. But again, I didn't pick up my phone once. I was totally enthralled, totally engaged. It was just something to watch. And in my personal opinion, articles that were written back in the day comparing Bernie Madoff to like Ted Bundy. I'm sorry. I get it. People lost their life savings, and what he did was highly illegal and highly immoral and highly unethical. But I don't consider someone stealing money in the same category as someone murdering people. I mean, to me, human life is always at the top of the food chain, I guess, for harm. So that is very strange to me that people can think so highly of money and financial means that they would compare this man to a murderer. I mean, I guess in a way, maybe he murdered their financial dreams, their futures. I get it, but these were definitely very, as he said, I was making wealthy people wealthier. I wasn't taking money from, destitute widows and things like that. So that really resonated with me as well. And, I did some research after the movie, and apparently he's still alive and his wife is still alive, but, other members of the family didn't fare so well. Again, no spoilers. So just watch this movie if you have 2.5 hours to spare, and let me know what you think about it. Me personally, I'm rating it a 5 out of 5. I think it was perfect, and I would definitely maybe even watch it again if I couldn't find something that I hadn't seen before or that sort of grabs me. I would definitely watch this movie again. It was that well done. #Cinephile. See you guys later.